The Denver Broncos are adding some depth to their wide receiver room. According to NFL Network's Mike Garafolo, former Lions wide receiver Caden Davis is signing with the Broncos practice squad per his agent Sean Stellato. If that name sounds familiar, it's because Caden Davis was actually an undrafted free agent by the Denver Broncos in 2022, the Nathaniel Hackett year, out of Northwest Missouri State. He was around during training camp, and I believe he spent some time on the practice squad as well. He then ended up getting waived and played for the Michigan Panthers of the then USFL in 2023, signed with Arizona during the 2023 training camp, and ended up getting waived out of that. He then caught on with the Detroit Lions this past training camp and was kind of a preseason darling for them. 13 targets, 5 receptions, 96 yards, and a touchdown. Apparently made some big-time plays during Lions camp. I know Grid, the host of Detroit Lions Syndicate, was talking about how Caden Davis was a popular player out there, and it was kind of a bummer when they let him go. Now, Davis comes back to Denver for his second tour of duty after the Broncos tried out several wide receivers. The wide receiver room for the Denver Broncos was obviously quite poor in their performance against the Seattle Seahawks. Couldn't get separations, slipping on routes, running bad routes, drops. It was just all bad. So the Broncos felt like they needed to add some more depth there. Caden Davis measures in at 6'1", 190 pounds. If I remember correctly, he's kind of more of a slot type player. So, I don't know, man. I still think the Denver Broncos need to add some more depth there. The move on from Tim Patrick is looking worse and worse as time goes on. And we're going to make a video talking about Marvin Mims and Troy Franklin, why they're not seeing the field right now, because that's definitely a topic of conversation here in Denver, and I have some context to it that could potentially add at least a little bit more logic and reasoning to why those two guys aren't playing. So stay tuned for that video. But meanwhile, the Broncos go ahead and add some depth by signing Caden Davis. We don't know what the corresponding move is going to be, who is going to be cut from the practice squad as a result. That will likely be found out once the transaction wire is released to the media at, I believe it's 2 o'clock. So keep an eye on that, and also keep an eye out for the Marvin Mims and Troy Franklin video. Alright guys, be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are both free and easy ways to show your support. It helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and it helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I'm your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.